On this episode of Team Building Saves the World.
But if I'm planning on doing an event, what kind of thing should I be looking into for myself and my company?
You should be looking into, first thing is identifying why are we having this event, because that will drive all your future decisions. Is it a celebratory event? Is it a learning event? You were passing on information? Is it, there's sales incentive event. You sold the most insurance, so you get to come to the fabulous place. That doesn't work very well in virtual, does it? Here's a beautiful vista of Hawaii that you could be enjoying, but you're not. So it's figuring out what type of event and the why, and then really getting deeper into location choice and looking at those contracts and figuring out what you can and cannot do. Looking at your locations from a standpoint of internet accessibility and speed is going to become far more critical than it ever has.
Sure.
You're talking about doing virtual and you want to be streaming content from your event, from your live event. I remember, this is slightly tangential, but it's you didn't ask the question and you were stupid. I was in, I forget which island I was on. I think it was the Bahamas, and we were doing an event. And I was on Verizon. I had to get a phone that would work on the island because the island didn't have Verizon, they had AT&T.
Okay.
And I asked the lady when I was there for the site visit, I said, my phone's not working. She explained to me why. So when I was going back, I needed to get a different phone just to get a temporary phone. But she laughingly told me that they had just hosted the Verizon conference and none of the attendees' phones worked. Including the CEO's phone wouldn't work.
Oh my.
That was the last one she planned, I'm sure. But again, that's what I mean. You really need to dig deeper and deeper these days. And, like that is not going to happen anymore. But expecting to go somewhere and have really good internet service is going to be tough. You need to make sure of it before you enter into it. We did an event for the mayors of cities from around the world, a virtual event. And the mayor of a town in Africa only got internet service from 2 to 4 p.m. at his house. After that, the internet service moved to a different neighborhood and he would have to chase it to get back online.
Wow.
And rehearsals and his speaking engagements around when he would have internet, because it wasn't a problem. That's the way it is every day. Here in the US, just take it for granted that, oh yeah, it works, sure. 24/7 works. Not always, not everywhere.
Right. But you've got to look at, I assume, state COVID requirements.
Yep.
But will the facilities have those? Or
the facilities can usually help you do that stuff. I mean, and you also need to look at travel requirements for your attendees. Can they get in? Can they get out? In the beginning, there was, quarantining. It's like, that's great. They can come here, but they can't attend the function unless they travel a week before the function.
Right.
They had people sequestered in hotel rooms in Hawaii during the peak of this, where if you traveled to Hawaii, you were stuck in your hotel room looking at the beach for over a week.
Still
paying that bill.
Still sounds better. But yeah. It's still Hawaii.
Is there a balcony? Because I'll take it over.
Hello, team. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of that video. If you'd like to hear more from that podcast, you can follow the link down in the doobly-doo below. Of course, follow us on all of our social media at Team Bond Podcast, and be sure to leave us a comment that I can read aloud on future episodes. And as always, if you liked that video, don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, just shut up about it. Everything's going to be fine. See you next time, team.